That's right, folks. As you may have already guessed, we're back.
We're back.
NFL football is back. Best Buddy League fantasy football is back.
Yes.
I am the Commissioner, Sam Trimper, and as always, my most trusted associate, Juice Pothier, here for Week 1's Commissioner's Report. We will get into Week 1 shortly, but first we're going to do a real quick summary of this year's draft. We're going to start things off right now with number 1 pick overall, Teddy Baki. Juice?
Yeah, Teddy Baki, Mr. Manager. Alright, first of all, I'm going to speak for everyone in the league when I say thank you for taking Arian Foster number 1, so we didn't have to. Second of all, great pick with Steve Smith. He decided he's going to play football this year, which is great for you.
Not so great for me.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. Anyways, this year's only rookie in the 2011 draft, Mr. Joe Bischoff. I love the pick with Aaron Rodgers in the second round. I think we can all agree he should have been the number 1 overall pick. However, I think you're reaching in the 3rd with Mendenhall. I think you're reaching in the 4th with Mike Williams. Time will tell on those. However, I can personally guarantee that you reached way too far with Beanie Wells in the 7th, 6th, whatever you picked him. He's not a pick in the 16th, a round we don't even have. Bad pick. Bad pick.
Agreed. Next up we got Dave. First of all, Dave, thank you for only taking 4 running backs. That will ensure that we invite you back next year.
Finally.
And me and the kid were talking here. Michael Vick in the 1st round, fine, but Tony Romo in the 5th? What are you doing there, Dave?
The man loves to trade.
That's true. He must be on the block, huh?
I suppose. I suppose. Next up, my friend here, Juice Pothier. Juice Pothier, I know you would like to thank Dave, Joe Bischoff, and Teddy Baki for inexplicably not drafting Adrian Peterson and letting him fall into your waiting arms.
I'll take it.
Hey, why wouldn't you? You know, back to your roots a little bit with picking your starting quarterback late in the 6th, 7th round. 7th round, Matt Stafford. If he plays anything like he did today, which I know he will, and stays healthy, you're going to be just fine, as usual.
Thank you. All right, next up we got UCP. As always, 3 words will describe his draft. Simple, average, basic.
Next, Joda. Joda. He didn't get picked.
Where is he?
Your favorite player doesn't get picked. How is he not on your team? Where is Eli Manning? I will say I like your 3rd and 4th round running backs, and I like your 6th and 7th round wide receivers. Colston in the 6th is a steal, and if Britt plays like he did today in the 7th, that's going to be awesome.
Great pick.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. All right, next up we got the kid, your commissioner. A phrase you're going to be hearing a lot, Matthew Stafford to Calvin Johnson. That's going to take us to the playoffs, right?
Oh, absolutely. Guaranteed.
But, I don't know if you guys can see this, but where is it? Right here. 7th round pick. That name is Sebastian Janikowski. How he fell to the 7th, I have no idea. But good for you for scooping him up.
And as you said with Peterson, I'll take him. I guess that brings us to your brother, Jared. Another good 6th round wide receiver for Jared. Much like Joe, he took Anquan Bolden in the 6th. I think that should work out great.
Yeah.
But Steelers, Seahawks, and Eagles, oh my.
Oh my.
What has happened to your brother?
I don't even know you anymore, Jared.
He's a shell of the man he once was. I don't have the words.
Let's just move on.
Absolutely.
Let's move on to something, happy.
Yeah.
Ryan Rosen. His draft was amazing. Ryan, congratulations. We think you might even make the playoffs this year, which would be a first.
It would be a first.
Congratulations,
It would be
Ryan.
a first. I mean,
yeah, let's
drink to that.
Nice
Congratulations,
job, Ryan.
Ryan. Where's the first? And finally, we have Jeremy Baki with the 10th overall pick in the draft. I do like Ray Rice. I don't like Sidney Rice. I do like Reggie Wayne, even without Peyton Manning. I do not like Peyton Hillis. There's that cover that he's on. What is it?
Oh, the Madden curse.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. However, kudos to you. You did pick starting running backs this year. You are learning.
You're a step up every year. That's what you have to do.
A step up. Now, before we get to the next segment, before we get into week 1, I would like to add a personal note. I would like to thank Ryan Rosen. As usual, Ryan stole one of my favorite wide receivers out from underneath me.
He does it every year.
Every single year. Last year was Ocho Cinco. This year, Ryan decided to do it with Larry Fitzgerald. However, I would like to thank him for letting Calvin Johnson fall right into my lap, and who had half as many touchdowns as Larry Fitzgerald had receptions. 2 touchdowns, 4 catches if you didn't catch the games. So thank you, Ryan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to week 1. Let's just get right into the games.
We'll talk about what's happened so far, and we'll make picks for who we think's going to win. First of all, your commissioner Sam versus Teddy, Mr. Manager. Teddy's up big right now. You know, we still got the Monday night games, which is where I think Seabass is going off for at least 30. And, you know, I think he's just going to stun Mr. Manager, and he's going to take the win.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
I, in good turn, will also take you for the win against the aforementioned Ryan Rosen, the Tar Babies. Although, I mean, I know Ryan was a great draft. He finally got some things accomplished. How unfortunately, I think the Dips are going to take you in week 1. It looks like you're going to start 0-1. The Dipswitch dynasty is not dead, it appears, and to coin an old phrase, some things just never change. Sorry, Ryan.
Thank you. All right, next we got Jared and new guy Joe. So I think Joe's going to ride Aaron Rodgers and Greg Jennings to the win this week. You know, it just goes to show you beginner's luck seems to rule in our league. Just ask Dave, Chelsea, and Teddy.
Yeah, big time starts for them in their inaugural season. And that will bring us to Team Barnett versus Team Baki, the only 2 managers in the league who are still going with their default ESPN names.
It's not that hard, guys.
You know, leave Barnett and Baki. Just even add just your first name, something, please. You know, Breeze, Ray Rice, and Reggie Wayne, they did what they do best, and I'm going ahead and say Jeremy's going to win this one. You know, UC played little Teddy Kading, who didn't kick, and it was Matt Skyfers kicking field goals, who I think you'll agree with me might take over in the clutch for Kading.
Yes, I'll take him any day in the clutch.
Chris Johnson and Vincent Jackson, a combined 15 points total. I think that was his first and second round picks. And I'm going to go ahead and say I think luck runs in the Baki family on this one.
I agree.
Bastard.
All right. All right, who do we got next? Dave and Joda. All right, not a great day all around for either team. Dave, I will say this, you started the wrong running backs. And I think Joe stealing my Chargers players, it's going to pay off for you this year. You know, Phillip Rivers takes you to the victory this year. Or at least this week.
This week. Well, this week.
Yeah.
This week. Usually at this time, by the way, that wraps up week 1 and our picks. We'll be back next week, and we'll be keeping track. We'll be doing our running totals to see which the 2 of us has what it takes in this league to pick winners. Anyways, enough of that. On to the trades, which is what we usually do about this time. However, week 1, everybody's filling out their team. Not a lot of trade action going on. I think we might have to just skip this segment.
Actually, I will say this. I anticipate a trade coming this week for me. Dave, I guarantee you pick up Cam Newton and offer him to me for Matt Stafford straight up. Just to tell you now, the answer is no. You'll probably do it anyway, but the answer is no.
I guarantee he does it anyway. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. All right, folks. At this time, we would like to welcome back a very special guest to the show. You all know him. You all love him. Mr. Personality, Ryan Rosen.
All right.
No.
We're not going to do that to
Not
you.
this year, not this year. We did, however, have a very special guest lined up for you. Jared Pothier. Juice, why don't you give him a little detail?
We had to place him on the physically unable to perform list. A little too much of this. He's passed out upstairs.
Yeah, I'm not
going to point any fingers, but he's not going to be able to make it down to our show tonight.
And I don't want to say a lot, but 2 bottles in a box. Yeah.
You know what that means.
But luckily, on late notice, we did get a sub in, a fill in for him.
We did.
And we're going to bring on a very special guest to give us this week's Players of the Week in fantasy football. I'd like to ask you all to please welcome Stacy Pothier. Stacy, come on in. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Have a seat in Ryan's
Excited to be here.
favorite. Oh,
Thanks,
why
Jared.
wouldn't you be? Yeah, no kidding, huh? Gee Louise, that kid was out.
I'm
He
not
was
inviting him over
absolutely out.
anymore.
Well, let's not waste any time. Let's just go right to it. First player of the week?
Definitely Steve Smith. Clarification, the good Steve
The
Smith.
good Steve Smith.
Back on track.
Back on track. Thank you. Great. Awesome. Lucky bastard, Teddy. I'm not bitter. Mm-mm.
I grew up with him. I understand.
I can, yeah. All right, anyways, enough of that. Player of the week number 2?
I'm going to have to go with Kenny Britt.
Kenny Britt. Very well. Very good pick. Had a big 80-yard reception. However, we are, as commissioners, reviewing that play. I don't care what the NFL says. That was a fumble.
All right.
There's no way Hasselback was throwing that ball. That's a lot of points off the board for Joda. You should have picked Eli. That's right? Am I wrong?
No comment.
Well, Stacy, I appreciate you stopping by on late
thanks
notice.
for having me.
It's a
Anytime.
pleasure.
Hope
Maybe
I
we'll
can
see
come
you
back.
next week.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Everybody, thank you, Stacy. Thank you. Welcome back, Juice.
Good to be back.
Nice to have you back. Well, folks, that pretty much wraps everything up.
It does, yeah. Oh, before we start, let me just point something out here. Jared, I know we talked about this already, but Marshawn Lynch, what the hell was that, Jared? The charade is over. You're a Seahawks fan now, okay? Officially. Can we agree on that?
Absolutely.
All right.
For the homies. All right, folks, that wraps up week 1 of the Commissioner's Report. Tune in next week. We'll have our predictions as always. We'll have our trade talks. We'll have all that good stuff. I am the Commissioner, Sam Trempert. This is my dear friend, my colleague, my most trusted advisor, my best friend, the GOAT. I love him. You love him. Juice Pothier. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next week.